Good morning, students. Today I will discuss sound. Today's topic: inaudible, audible sounds, echo, reflection of sounds. These things. Okay. So first, audible and inaudible sounds. The word audible means which we can hear. Which we can hear. Okay. And inaudible means which we cannot hear. Okay. Or which we can listen or which cannot listen. Okay. So that is audible sound and that is inaudible sound. Acha, if you have seen, we can hear the sound of wings of a fly, but we cannot hear the sound of wings of bird. So that means the birds doesn't produce sound, is it? Or wings of the flying fly produces sound, is it? No, both produce sound. Wings of bird and wings of fly both produce sound, but we can hear the sound of wings of fly, but we cannot hear the sound of wings of bird, because the sound, it is in the audible range and it is in inaudible range. I mean, bird wing sound, it is in inaudible range, and the sound of wings of fly is in audible range. So that means there is a particular range, and we make this range on the basis of frequency. That means there is a frequency range which we can listen or which we can hear, that is called audible range, or the sounds are called audible sounds. Okay, we know unit of frequency is hertz. We know unit of frequency is hertz. Frequency means number of vibrations per 1 second. Okay, so that means we cannot hear all the sounds, but there is a particular range of audible sound. Okay, that means the sound which we can hear, that is audible sound, and which cannot hear, that is inaudible sound. So what is the range? Audible range of sound: 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. If we convert this, it may be right as 20 kilohertz also. 20 kilohertz. You know kilo means division with 1000. So if you divide this 20,000 with 1000, we will get 20. So that is the audible range. That means beyond this range we cannot hear the sound. That means below 20 Hz. The sound having frequency below 20 Hz we cannot hear, and the sound having frequency greater than 20,000 Hz we cannot hear. This is inaudible sound. Inaudible sounds. Okay. So understand what is audible or inaudible. Audible means the sound which having frequency between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, that are called audible sounds. And the sound having frequency less than 20 Hz or greater than 20,000 Hz are called inaudible sounds. This is often called infrasonic sound. Infrasonic, and this is ultrasonic. Ultrasonic. Just for knowledge. Infrasonic sound less than 20 Hz and ultrasonic sound greater than 20 Hz. So that is the audible and inaudible range of sound. Clear? Next, reflection of sound. Reflection of sound. Achha, you know, when light falls on a mirror, what happen? When light falls on mirror, what happen? It gets back to the same medium. Okay. So similarly, as that is called the reflection. So similarly, as light reflect, then sound also show this property. I mean, sound also reflect. Sound also has the property of reflection. Okay, sound is a form of wave. Sound moves in the form of wave, or sound travel in the form of wave. So when this wave falls on an obstacle, then it reflect back, or it gets back. That is called the reflection of sound. Okay, so similarly, as light, sound also reflect. Okay. So, and if suppose I produce a sound, suppose I produce a sound, and after reflection, if we can hear the sound, that is called the echo. So what is actually echo? Echo is the reflection of sound. Suppose I produce, this is the source of sound, sound goes, and after reflection it get back to there is air, or here we can listen. So that is called the echo of the sound. That means reflection of sound is also called the echo. What is echo? That is the reflection of sound. Okay. Okay, that means the reflected sound produces echo. ECHO. Understand what is echo? This is reflected sound. This is the main sound. This is reflected sound. So this sound produces echo. Okay. So tell me. And one thing you have to remember, our brain or our human body or human brain, there is a property, that means it is inbuilt. Okay. And we know the time interval between 2 bit, the time interval between 2 bit must be 1/10 second. 1/10 second. To listen echo or to hear echo, the time interval between two sound must be 1/10 second. Just understand this thing clearly. To listen echo, the time interval between two sound must be 1/10 second. Okay, that means one part of 10. Okay, that means if we divide 1 second into 10 parts, then one part, each of the part must be 1/10. Suppose this is, suppose if we divide 1, this is 1, and I have divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suppose this is total 1, and I am dividing this in 10 parts. So each of the part, each part must be 1/10 second. So that is the time interval between two sound to listen echo. That means suppose here we produce sound, and sound goes after reflection, it back to here. That means total time taken to go and back, total time must be minimum 1/10 second. Okay, clear? Okay, so understand? Okay. That means if two sounds occur within 1/10 second, then we can hear echo. This is the time interval to hear echo. Clear? That means total time taken by the sound wave to reflect must be 1/10 second. Clear or not? Understand? Okay, this is very important. That is the human brain property. Okay, that means to listen echo or to hear echo, the time interval between two sound must be 1/10 second. Okay. And if two sounds, if the time interval between two sounds less than 1/10, then we cannot hear that sound. We cannot hear that sound, or we cannot separate them. We cannot separate the sound, and then that is actually what? That is create noise. That creates noise. Okay. Suppose 1/20 second. Okay. Two sounds, there are two sounds, 1/20 second. Time interval between two sounds 1/20 second. This is less than this. I have said this is the minimum time. Okay, that is the minimum time. Okay. So if 1/20 second, then if two sound, then we cannot listen the echo. That means we cannot listen the two sound properly. Echo means first sound and reflected sound. We can hear or we can listen two sounds separately. Okay, that is echo. and that is the time interval between to listen echo. If two sound time interval between two sound is 1/20, then we cannot separate them. Okay, so that time interval cannot produce echo. Okay, so understand what is this. This is a time interval to hear echo. That means time between two sound wave must be minimum 1/10 second. Clear. Now one formula, you know, speed is equals to distance upon time. Speed is equals to distance upon time, or distance is equals to speed into time. Okay, now see, you know, the speed of sound in air is 340 meter per second. 340 meter per second. You have to remember it. The time between the velocity of the sound, or the speed of the sound in air is 340 meter per second. Okay, so that is the speed. So total time travel by the sound, that is distance, is equals to speed into time. What is the speed? 340. And what is the time to listen echo? What is the time to hear echo? 1/10 second. So 1/10, unit of distance, meter. So cut this. So 34 meter. So 34 meter, that is the total distance. That is the total distance traveled by the sound to hear echo. That is the total distance. Total distance to hear echo. Total distance between which? Between total distance traveled by sound. Total distance traveled by sound. Traveled by sound. Clear? Distance is equals to speed into time. So we know speed of the sound in air is 340 meter per second, and time required to hear echo is 1/10 second. So total time, distance is equals to 34 meter. Okay, that is the total distance traveled by the sound to hear echo. Now we have to calculate the distance between source and obstacle. Source and obstacle. Okay, obstacle means where the sound reflect. Okay, so what is the distance between source and obstacle? So come to this picture. Suppose this distance I have taken as d, small d. Okay, so what is the total distance traveled by the sound to produce echo? First this way and again reflected back in this way. So d plus d. So what is the total distance here? 2d. D plus d is equals to 2d. So that is the total distance traveled by sound. Clear or not? This is the source of the sound. That means from here sound is produced. So sound here the sound is produced and go. Okay, sound wave go, and that is the obstacle. Obstacle. And reflected back, and then the source here. Suppose here the observer is here, and he can hear the echo. So to hear the echo, sound must travel the distance this, and this come back distance, forward distance and backward distance. So forward distance d, again backward distance also d. So that means d plus d, that is the total distance traveled by the sound, is equals to d plus d is equals to 2d. And what is 2d? That is the 34 meter. And I am calculating this for sound wave in air. Okay. So here see 2d is equals to 34 meter. So we get d is equals to 34/2 is equals to 17 meter. D is equals to 17 meter. That is very important. That is very, very important. And what is this? This is the minimum distance between the sound, or between the source and the obstacle, to hear echo in air. Clear or not? 34 meter is the total distance traveled by the sound in air. Okay, So first, that is the forward direction d, backward direction d. So what is the total distance? If we take it as d, that means distance between source and obstacle is d. Source and obstacle is d. So total distance must be 2d, because forward distance d and backward distance also d. Okay, so 2d is equal to 34, then d is equal to 17 meters. So clear. So that is here the time is actually what? Here the time is 1/10 second. Actually, what is the sound? This is the sound to hear echo. So and that's why that is the distance to hear echo, and that is the, and this is the distance between source and obstacle to hear echo. Clear? This is clear? Okay. Okay. So what is the if you have asked to calculate this distance, can you do it? I hope you can do it now. Okay. Okay. Next, audible, inaudible, reflection, complete. Next, echolocation by animals. Echolocation by animals. Echolocation by animals. Achha, this echo or this reflection of sound used by many animals. This echo is used by many animals, like bat, dolphins are used this echo. Okay, how? When a bat travels or when a bat fly, then it produces sound. It produces sound. Okay, if there is some obstacle, then sound must be reflected back. Okay, and the bat can hear the echo. Okay, and if the sound doesn't back, then we can say there is no obstacle. So in this way, a bat can use echo to find there is some obstacle or there nothing. In similar way, dolphins use this method. How dolphin produces sound, and if there is some obstacle or fish, any fish or any things, any small hill inside the water, then sound after hitting this, sound must be reflected back, and dolphins can hear the echo. Okay, if there is no obstacle, no echo is produced. That means no reflection occur, then no echo is produced. So in this way, animals use echo to echo location. In this way, the animals use echo method, or reflection of sound is used by the animals. So clear? Okay. Okay, so students, thank you. Read very well.